everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I want to say thanks to all of my new subscribers. I really do appreciate you and your support. And I want to say welcome to the newcomers, whoever is here for the first time. I appreciate you clicking on my video and I hope you stay tuned. So I have gotten a little bit of feedback from some of the subscribers telling me that they enjoy the positive remarks in the beginning of each episode. So I will continue this then if you guys are enjoying it. As a matter of fact, I did actually shuffle and pull a card. Well, more like a card fell out. So to me, that's a sign that if the card just jumps right out, then that means it is a message that needs to be heard. So I'm going to go ahead and share that message with you. So the card that I pulled, or the card that jumped out, was a card that says limitless. And the description says, do not let the limiting beliefs and expectations of yourself and others confine you. You were not born to be imprisoned. You were born to fly, to sing your tune, and dance your dance. You were born to truly live and experience this life in all of its blazing glory. Reach for the stars and follow your dreams. You have the strength and courage within you to break away from societal expectations and follow your own guidance and intuition. It is time to truly acknowledge the magnificent soul you are and break free from the binds that have held you back. You will be amazed by your own power and motivation. So I hope that was a helpful message to someone out there. And if it was, I am so glad that I was able to bring you that message. So let's get started. Okay, so in this episode, we have here the nanny and Amira with the baby. So basically what's happening here is Amira and Clive thought it would be a great idea to hire a nanny just for a few hours so that they could get out and spend some time alone with each other. Right now, Emmett should be in school. Clive decided that he wanted to take Amira out for brunch because it is love day and he loves her so dearly, and he just hasn't been able to really show her with everything going on with work and the kids. It's just been a little bit of a whirlwind for them. So they're gonna go ahead and start the episode off with them having brunch. So what I like to do when my Sims have a holiday is I like to edit the requirements for them to be fulfilled within that holiday. So as you can see, Love Day only has one requirement in order for them to be fulfilled. And the reason why I do that is because sometimes I feel like the requirements in order to have a fulfilled holiday is just overkill. Like there's too many things for them to do in a day in order to fulfill the requirement. And sometimes with like the bugs that are happening or other things that are happening with the Sims throughout the day, it's like it's kind of hard for them to complete each task in the fulfillment bar. So basically, I just edit them out. Sometimes I change the requirements because, you know, we can do that. Or I'll just, like you can see here, just have one requirement or two requirements that I think that could suffice for the holiday. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have them order brunch. Clive is going to have hot Earl Grey, and Amira's going to go ahead and grab some coffee. And then for food, we will give Clive he's going to have the roast chicken, and Amira is going to do, how about pasta primavera? Nice. I got them both tea and coffee because even though it is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Clive has to go to work in a few hours, and then Amira will be going back home and looking after the kids. So I just want them to both be in a good mindset and not buzzed. So now Clive is doing a little bit of flirting with Amira because it's been a while since they both have been, on one accord with each other and chit-chatting and just doing the things they used to do before the baby was here and catching up with each other. So Elena's calling. Hey, I heard you and Ebony Parks are good friends now. You're getting more popular. Clearly, you're a good person to know. Since when does Elena have a phone and know how to use it? This is, okay, I would have to say that's gotta be a bug because why would an infant be calling her mom? I just don't get it. Okay, so their brunch is here at the table. And why are they standing up? So it looks like, oh, okay. All right, so however these decorations are set up on the table, it is stopping them from eating on the table. So let's get rid of these here and we'll keep the flowers in the center because it's pretty. And then let's have them sit back down. Clive he's going in on his plate though. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough to eat by the time he sits back down. Yep, just what I thought. Okay, so they finished their brunch and now they're just chit-chatting a little bit, talking about how good the food was. Now they're sipping their coffee and tea and he's blowing kisses to Amira. He's like, you are my sweetheart. And she's like, you are always my first love and you just make me feel so good inside. I love your llama jokes. Jester personality archetype hint. Clive Roper shows signs of the Jester personality archetype. Jester Sims live for the moments of joy, humor, and silliness, often though they are irresponsible, wasting time by playing around instead of focusing on their goals. That is exactly what I wanted his personality to be. So this time that they are spending out together alone without the kids is really helping them bond, and they are becoming closer and closer. And it's just a beautiful thing because, in a household, you want the parents to be on the same accord and you want the parents to be thick as thieves and as tight as they can be, especially when you have more than one kid, because then the kids start to try to overrule the parents and then things get a little out of hand. But Amira and Clive are a team and they stick together. So this is a good thing for them to do. And Clive's like, we should do this more often. I want to go out some more with you. Originally, they didn't want to leave the baby with a nanny, and it was just more from a safety standpoint, but they are kind of warming up to the idea now because they're seeing how much joy they can have outside of the household when they just kind of give each other a little bit of time with one another to maintain their relationship. So yeah, it looks like they're doing a little more chit-chatting after brunch. Clive's like, yeah, this food was top notch. I definitely want to come back here again. Amira is giving him a little smoochy smooch, and she has fulfilled her love day. That's awesome. I'm glad she did because it's so early still in the day, and that just means that we don't have to keep trying to fulfill the needs of the holiday. Amira's telling Clive how much she values him, and she really does love this time that they spent together. So now I'm going to have them go home, and Clive is pretty much going to go to work from there. Alright, so now Amira is back home, and she's getting ready to relieve the nanny for the day, and she is going to greet baby girl Elena and then put her back in her crib for a little bit. The nanny was sitting in the playpen area watching TV until they came back. Look at Emmett. He is knocked out on the couch right now because he has such huge responsibilities. I'm sure he had a really good day at school. and that's why he's so tired. Clive has just won over the crowd at a local event when some attention hog gets jealous and starts heckling him. He can play it two ways, take Mr. Funny Guy head on, or repay his insults with silence. We're gonna have Clive challenge him. Challenge him! Emmett's on the phone inviting one of his little friends from school over because it's Friday night and he wants to enjoy his Friday night. He wants to have a fun, enjoyable Friday night with one of his friends. I know when I was a kid, I used to love going over my friends' houses, especially on the weekend, just because there was more time for play and you never get enough of seeing them in school. It's like you see them every day at school, but you want to constantly be around your friends all the time as a kid and a teenager, if we're being honest. He's like, yeah, I have all these new games. We can go play upstairs in my room. He's like, do you have anything on the Game Box 2000? He's like, no, my mom wouldn't buy me that. Amira just cooked dinner. She made a beef Wellington and she's like, boys, come on, come and eat before it gets cold. Emmett's friend is thinking about the food she just made like, man, this smells really good. It smells better than the stuff my mom makes at home. I also had those friends' houses I used to like to go over whose parents made some really good foods. So it was really nice to try out different things, at other people's houses. And it's like, yeah, my mom is a great cook. She makes me pancakes on the weekend. His friend's like, okay. Even though Amira and Clive were only away for a few hours in the afternoon, Amira really misses the kids and she's over there playing peekaboo with Elena, and Elena's so excited. Look at her, she's kicking her legs and everything. So we're going to do a little bit of tummy time together. Let's try tummy time. I actually haven't tried this yet in the game, so let's see how this works. Oh my goodness. Look at her. She's upset. She's upset. This actually is funny because it does mirror what it looks like when you're doing tummy time in real life with a real baby. I remember my son was just like that. He was trying to hold up his neck and everything, and he would kick and wiggle, and then he started crying when he didn't like it anymore. It's so cute. Sometimes I miss those moments, but not really when I'm enjoying sleep now. Lift head milestone unlocked. What's that over there? Elena just lifted her head for the first time. There's so much to look at. Have caregivers practice tummy time together to unlock new milestones that will help Elena see the world in more ways than she can imagine. Emmett, why are you sitting here alone? Where's your friend? Okay, he's nowhere to be found. So maybe he went home. Let's have Emmett go ahead and take a shower since it is almost 10 o'clock, and then we'll have him go to bed. We will take little Miss Elena upstairs and let's get her ready for bed. Okay, so now it is the next day. It is Saturday, and Amira woke up this morning and decided to make some pancakes. So she's up making breakfast while the children are still sleeping, and Clive got up as well, so he's going to come down and have some breakfast with Amira. I mean, they're having breakfast together, but you know how the Sims are. They don't typically sit down and eat together, so whatever. And now that Amira has finished breakfast, she is going to get a jump start on some of her programming practicing. Looks like Emmett is awake now, and so is Elena. So let's see, Emmett is tense. He's tense because he is getting sick and tired of operating in a filthy home. The house is just a mess. There's dust bunnies everywhere, and no one seems to want to clean up. So he's a little disturbed about that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and change Emmett's outfit and get him ready for the day because they are gonna call a nanny over to sit with Elena for a few hours since Clive and Amira and Emmett, all three of them have a few things that they can do right now to help them with their career and school. So they're all going to take a little trip to the library today. Alright, so they made it to the library and now they are just going upstairs to find computers. Both Amira and Clive, they have work that they can do on a computer. So Amira is continuing her programming practice and Clive is writing jokes for his skits and Emmett is doing his homework. I think this library is so cute. I really do enjoy the new furniture that they added to this new pack. It does scream family library to me. So I do like it. It's fun. The colors are nice and cool and inviting. And I love the little clutter on the table. That is perfect. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed with this episode, but I did find out where the lagging was happening. It was my graphics card. Like I said, I did need to update the graphics card and I did. So I apologize for the first two episodes and all of the lagging you had to get through, but we're here now. So hopefully I can remember to keep up with that every month or every so often when they do have an update for it. Amira is extra focused in her programming. And I think she's really starting to like it because she's got the energized action going on. So whoever this lady is, she is coming up to Amira. Amira's like, you are really distracting me right now. I need you to go away. Since Emmett has finished his homework, he is now practicing typing because who wouldn't want extra added skills? Like I said before, I think Emmett has turned over a new leaf and he seems to be a great student so far. I mean, his grades are still mediocre, but he's working on it. And I think that that's what really matters is his progress, right? So we'll see where his academic path goes. Now that he's all done, he's like, I'm gonna go outside and play. The family is back home now and Emmett is sitting there doing some extra credit. He's awesome, by the way. He really is trying his hardest to get good grades up. And Amira is giving Elena a bath. I wanted to fill you guys in because if I would have shown it, you would have been confused, like what's going on, because the camera view was just so sketchy. I couldn't really capture the full meaning of what was happening. But Amira, the mama bear that she is, she just fired the nanny because they were away for a few hours and I seen that Elena's needs levels were going down and she was super angry and upset and was like, where is everybody? So I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we hired a nanny. And we did hire a nanny. It's just that the nanny wasn't doing anything and the baby was laying on the floor. So when Amira got home, she just got super angry about it and decided, you know what, I'm not giving this nanny another try. We're just going to fire her right here on the spot. So moving forward, they need to find a new nanny, but at least now she is comfortable knowing that that nanny will not be back to watch baby girl again. So Emmett has a monster friend that shows up under his bed every now and then. And it's funny because sometimes he acts like he's afraid of it, but then other times he sits down on the floor and has conversations with it. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see where that goes. Amira is now comforting Emmett to let him know that it's okay, he can go to sleep now, she's sprayed, and there should be no monsters coming out tonight. So now, because Emmett, and I would say Amira is too, but mostly Emmett was really bothered by not having a clean house. So Amira's like, you know what, this is not right. I want my family to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I want the house to be clean. So she's going to take the rest of the night and clean and vacuum and do all the things. Amira and Clive pretty much pulled all-nighters, so now that it's the next day, they're going to kind of take it easy, Amira and Clive, but they're still going to work towards their career goals. So they'll alternate on the computer and work on their practicing programming and writing jokes. Emmett's like, hey dad, you've been in here all night. Why don't you have some pancakes with me? Clive's like, no son, I'm good. I'm okay. And little Elena, she's so upset. That's because she's hungry, so let's get her some food. Mira's gonna feed her, and then after that, Emmett. Oh no, he says it wasn't worth it. Yes, so I forgot. Emmett is lactose intolerant, so that means whenever he has something with dairy, it kind of messes him up. So let's have him go to the bathroom. And then we'll have Amira come downstairs after she's finished with Elena, and she's going to paint a picture so that she can get a little extra change. They're so cute, just working towards their goals together. I think that's such a beautiful thing. I think I'm going to end it here. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. We had them do a few family activities and also working towards their goals, which they need because if they want to get promotions and save more money so that they can move out and expand the family, they need to build up their bank account. So they are in hyper super drive right now. And I think that, so it is now Sunday. So yeah, I think the next episode we will have them hopefully go over to their grandparents for dinner for a night so that you guys can see where everything kind of originated. But yeah, so that's it for this episode. Thank you so much if you've made it this far, and please do click the like button, and if you are new and you like what you are seeing, please do subscribe. Thanks guys.